Hey guys, it's Margaret, and I am bringing you a video today about the debate that's been going around about watchers and viewers on eBay listings and shops. This was not necessarily a video that I was intending to make, but my intention here is to bring to light what exactly eBay said and to try to lay to rest some of the rumors that are going around. In our group, International League of Thrifters, the debate was brought up. Some other resellers and YouTubers had been talking about how views and watches hurt your shop or listings or push you further down in the search. And, and I have to say, I had no feeling one way or the other about this, but as I am one of the leaders in this group, I felt it was my responsibility to make sure that correct information was being put forth. So as I did in the group, I also urge you here to keep in mind that what goes on with your eBay store is between you and eBay. So if you have an issue or a question, please go to the source and find out from the platform on which you're selling if information is true or false. There are always going to be, the sky is falling type scenarios. We had it a while back with the red door, blue door, in which I did a video because it was just silliness. There was also a debate recently about the PayPal being turned off and on. And again, I have no stake or opinion about it because eBay is a platform on which we sell and there's no feeling involved in it. It is a business. So again, I urge you, that is, to go to the source and find out your facts from there. Okay, so we addressed this issue in our group, International League of Thrifters, last week. Actually, I spent an entire day on this issue, answering questions and being in contact with eBay repeatedly because as questions were answered, more questions were brought up. And I wanted to make sure that anything I was putting out there was accurate, was specific, and was not my opinion. And so some of my responses to people may sound abrupt, but when people were giving their opinion, I would ask them, can you please, I'm happy to take that, but would you please show me where exactly you are getting that information to make sure that the information that is being given or that is being read in our group is in fact directly coming from eBay and that we're making those decisions for our business very intentionally and making sure that we are not basing our business model on a sky is falling type of scenario. So again, I will have a more commentary type comments at the end, and I will try to remain completely neutral and read just the facts. And again, I am a YouTuber. These are the things that I've got from eBay, but by all means, message eBay and find out the facts for yourself. Okay, I just want to, in advance, apologize for not screen sharing the whole thread. I'm choosing to do that intentionally because it would bring up people's names, and I have not okayed it with other people, and I don't feel comfortable sharing people's names in something like this, especially when there's, for some reason, such a hot debate going on about it, and emotions are high, and I don't quite understand it, but I'm going to just read what it says and the questions that people have asked and the responses that I got from eBay. And if you are interested, my group is called International League of Thrifters. This post is there. I know it was mentioned that when I got the answer, I deleted the post because I don't know, it was made to sound like I didn't like the answer that was given, and so I deleted it. And that is not at all true. The answers and the whole thread is still up there in our group, so you are welcome if you're a member of the group to go read it for yourself. And also, any questions that are asked of me, I completely did not take personally because it's not about me. It's about business. It's about eBay. It's about answering questions and becoming educated about our business and how we're, again, intentionally making decisions about our business in a smart way. All right, so here's what I wrote, and I will try to my best to go through it quickly and succinctly. All right, so this is my post. I am hoping this post will answer a lot of your questions about the recent debate about watchers on your items. I sent eBay a direct message this morning that read, "Hello, I help run a reseller group and there has been a rather divisive discussion going on." Divisive, whatever. I thought that it would be best to get the answer straight from the horse's mouth, as it were. Here is the question. Does having watchers on an item hurt or help in search? We often have a Watch My Items thread and Pinterest parties. Some swear that these help them sell their items, while others say it pushes you further down in search to have your items viewed and liked without having buyers. Do you have an answer about how eBay views items with watchers as such? I'd love to put this debate to rest with actual eBay policy instead of opinions. All right, here's the response that I received from eBay. And again, please wait because I know there were further questions that arose, and I wrote back to eBay. So if you have questions or say I did not ask specifically about other things, it's coming. All right, here's the response I received from eBay. "Hey Margaret, thanks so much for your question. You are not the first person to ask today. Having a lot of watchers without buyers isn't the best scenario, but it won't hurt your place in best match search. We encourage advertising your items on social media, as this can help get your items in front of more potential buyers, and that is always a good thing. To find out what can affect your best match criteria, check out," and she links the eBay best match quote criteria for details. "Thank you for reaching out, Brittany." All right, now here's what I wrote. "While I have nothing but the utmost respect for other resellers and content creators, we as business owners must make decisions for our business based not on opinions, but on facts from the platforms on which we sell. I have always been a strong proponent of going straight to the horse's mouth when a question about my business arises. If I have an issue with a buyer, I may ask in the group, but I always remember that the opinion and advice of fellow resellers carry no weight when working with the policy and procedures of the platforms on which I choose to make my money. I call eBay or Amazon. I hope this answers the questions and concerns you may have about the Pinterest party and Watch My Item threads. Again, I have nothing but the highest respect for my fellow resellers, but must conduct my business based on the policy from the actual platform on which I sell. All my best, Margaret." So that was the main thread, and I will go through, I'll skip the comments that were just, thanking or making, I will just go straight to the ones that had questions or concerns and read those. I'm not going to read the name of the person. It is a friend. So, and again, I have no problem with questions because we want to get to the bottom of it. We want the best information. So I have no problem with people questioning what I say or the information that is put out there, or maybe I did not ask the question in the most precise manner. So this is a question or a concern or continuation. Here we go. I'm quoting exactly. "I don't want to be a poo-poo head, but here are some thoughts to think about. Let's look at the answer for what it is. I agree that watchers are not going to affect you in search directly. What does hurt is lots of views on your product without sales. When you have a Watch My Item thread, you are sending lots of inorganic traffic to your product page with no intention of buying. This calculates in the search algorithm as non-interest and can lower you in search results. Like a store that puts things up front and is getting lots of views, but if it's not selling, the store is going to move back and put something else up there." And my response to this person was, "I appreciate your view. I'm going with what the eBay rep told me." Now, there is more to it. Let's continue. I'm searching for this. Okay, and then a person says, "As far as pins and tweets, it's the same thing. You have a pin party and you are sending lots of traffic to your page, again with no intention of buying. Lots of views and no sales hurt your ranking. A better idea is to have a board on Pinterest and have everyone repin your pin. This spreads out to where others may see it and gain organic traffic. It also would get you backlinks to your item and give you a boost in ranking. Same thing for tweets. Retweets are better." And then I ask, where are you getting this information? Is this from eBay's policy and procedure? Because again, I don't doubt people, but I want to make sure that I want to make sure that it's correct, because this is new to me. This part was new to me, and I wanted to make sure. So then someone else said, conversion metric, read it. This is within the same thread. I've been working with search engine optimization for websites for years. It's also why you see the metrics on your dashboards, impressions, and click-throughs as sale conversion rates. I respond back to the person that says about the conversion metric, can you link that information from the eBay page policy procedure for us, please? I would love to read it. They responded back, Seller Hub. And I said, shoot me a link. And they said, I cannot shoot you a link. It's a Seller Hub. It's on your Seller Hub. It's not my account. And since I am not familiar with this, I respond back, is this not an eBay policy? I've spent most of the morning on this topic for this group. If you have some concrete eBay policy that you can put up here, it would be really helpful. And at this point, I message eBay again. So I have messaged eBay again to ask, thank you so much for your response. Some are still insisting that this hurts. They are saying something about it affecting conversion rates. Would this affect the conversion rate and push you further down in search? And again, I apologize if this sounds like he said, but I wanted to get all this information out there, all of the questions and concerns that arose, and make sure that they are addressed. I do in this thread say, just because an item has watchers and no buyers doesn't mean that it isn't selling because you have too many watchers. No one may actually want that item, and they may be priced wrong, or sometimes I watch other eBayers items that are similar to mine to see if they get the crazy price they're asking. So there's a lot that goes into it, I think. I share, at one point I share another article that was shared by another reseller. It's about a year or so old. And if I'm reading this right, it shares the difference between your items showing up in search and not being clicked and viewed, and your items being viewed, and how it helps or hurts. And the article is on thebalance.com, and it's called Why You Should Be Using eBay Listing Analytics to Sell on eBay. And the information that I gleaned from that was and I'm going to read what I put to the group here. From what I'm gathering from the information from eBay, having your item show up in a search and get clicked on is good. Having your item viewed with no clicks is not quite so good. So as we click on the items for Pinterest parties or watch my item threads, as I hope I've conveyed throughout, I have no major feeling one way or the other about the issue. I just want to make sure that the decisions for my business I just want to make sure that I'm making decisions for my business based on how eBay tells me their platform is run. And if there's more information from eBay that anyone has that would more clearly answer these questions in this debate, I'd love to have it shared so that our community can make the most educated decisions possible for their business based on eBay's stated policy and workings. All right, here is the response to the second question. The second question to eBay was, thank you so much for your response. There's still some insisting that this hurts. They're saying something about it affecting conversion rates. Would watching and viewing affect conversion rates and thus push your items further down in search? And the response from the rep says, hi, Margaret. The rate you mentioned is something a little different than having watchers on your items. The conversion rate refers to the number of times your item is seen in a search or viewed or purchased. Basically, having a high number of views without a purchase can impact your placement on best match. However, she does say that having watchers on your items and clicks on your items is a bit different. However, it is one of many factors considered in the best match, and it is not going to have a major impact by itself. There can be pros and cons to sharing your items on social sites, but remember, it is always a good thing to increase your audience. Again, let me reiterate, it is one of many factors considered in best match, and it is not going to have a major impact by itself. There are pros and cons about sharing on social media sites, but it is always a good thing to increase your audience. Again, I make this video with the utmost respect to other resellers, content creators, and I hope you will also afford them the same respect. So if a person believes that watching them will hurt them, by all means, stop watching them. Respect their wishes and don't watch them anymore. Again, if you want to read all of the questions, comments, please join International League of Thrifters. You may go. The thread is still there. It has not been deleted. It is there for all to see. And again, I welcome questions, information. If you have actual information, please not from another reseller or content creator. Again, I am a content creator and I urge you to get your information from the source. I can read to you what they said to me, but I hate to say more than welcome, but I say go find out for yourself. It is your business. It is smart to make sure that you're making decisions about your business, not based on what I say or what other YouTubers or bloggers say, but based on the facts, policies, and procedures of the platform on which you are selling. So I attempted to remain neutral as much as possible during this video. I hope that it came across that way. I don't have a feeling one way or the other. We've had lots of people say that they have gained sales from the Pinterest parties and Watch My Item Wednesday. Again, if you have questions or concerns, please contact eBay, as I would with anything that might affect my business. And the bit of commentary that I have at the end of this video is we as business people have to keep in mind that we are getting our information from reliable sources. And I put myself in this group. I am a YouTuber. I make videos sharing my opinions, my views, what I think, what I like, and I still urge you to find out from the source your information and pay close attention to the people you're watching. I mean, this is my opinion, this is my commentary, my editorial to you. Watch who you are watching. Keep in mind, how do I put this? My mom always told me that you've got to pay attention to people's actions. They may say lots of different things about who they are, what they believe, but the important thing is to watch their behavior. Pay attention to where you're getting your information. Pay attention to the way they behave. And I group myself in this. You know, YouTubers are there to make videos, to share content, to give their opinions, and to entertain. So you wouldn't take medical advice from a TV doctor. You wouldn't take legal advice, hopefully, off of something you just happen to read on the internet. Go to the source. And again, I completely put myself into this category. I will share my information, my opinions, my views, but they are those. And when it comes to my business, and when it comes to your business, go to the source. All right, so that is my video about the watchers and views debate. Again, please become educated and become intentional about your business and enjoy YouTube videos, but keep in mind that while you may get some information from them, it is also entertainment. Okay, and on a bit of a lighter note, on Sunday on Jason T. Smith's channel, he is hosting the second Thrift Haul Throwdown, in which I am competing against Nick Garces. I am a bit frightened because I hear he is the Bolo King and just finds amazing, amazing things. So I'm really excited to be on Jason's channel again for this Thrift Haul Throwdown, and I hope you guys will all come and join in to see who wins. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video is well received, but it will be what it will be. And I, again, appreciate your watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.